Namaskar dosto, you are watching Exercise Explained. So today we are going to do lines and angles, the third exercise of it. So let's start with it. First question, in figure sides QP and RQ of triangle PQR are produced to points S and T respectively. Uh, if angle SPR is equal to 135 degrees and angle PQT is equal to 110 degrees, find angle PRQ. So what is being given here is this PQ, you can see here, is being extended to S, and this QR is extended to T. The value of angle SPR is given as 135 degrees and angle PQT is given as 110 degrees. We need to find PRQ, that is the angle over here, that is PRQ. So here you can see I have taken angle PQT plus angle PQR is equal to 180 degrees. That is PQT is this one and PQR is this one. So if we add both of them add up to 180 degrees. That is because of linear pair. So if we get this PQT to the other side, what we get is PQR is equal to 180 minus angle PQT. We just substitute the value of PQT that has been given in the question as 110 degrees. So we get angle PQR is equal to 180 minus 110, that's 70 degrees. Now what we are supposed to do is for this triangle, that is PQR, we will take this SPR as the exterior angle, and we have a property in triangles which says that exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. That means we will write SPR is equal to PQR plus PRQ. So you can see I have written RPS, that is nothing but SPR, is equal to PQR plus PRQ, since exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. Now what we do over here is we take this PQR from here to the opposite side, and what we get is RPS minus PQR is equal to PRQ. Now I just write the right hand side as left hand side and left hand side as the right hand side, and we get PRQ is equal to RPS minus PQR. Now RPS is how much? RPS is 135 degree. It is given in the question. You can see here it is given as 135 degrees minus PQR. We just found out that to be 70 degrees. So we get it as 135 minus 70, that is equal to 65 degrees. That's the required answer. Let's get into the next question, which says in figure angle X is 62 degrees. So this angle over here is 62 degrees. Angle XYZ is 54 degrees. This entire angle here is 54 degrees. YO and ZO are the bisectors of angle XYZ and angle XZY. Bisectors in the sense they just divide this angle into two equal parts. So YO divides this angle into two equal parts and ZO divides this entire angle into two equal parts. Find angle OZY. OZY means this angle over here. This angle we need to find. And then what we need to do is we need to, get the value of YOZ. YOZ is this angle over here. Uh, Now what we can understand from the question is, YO is the bisector. So if we have to find this angle, that is OYZ, that's going to be half of 54 degrees. So for that, first what we will do is we will find the value of this angle, this entire angle. That means we will find XZY. So by angle sum property, you can see in triangle XYZ, that means the bigger triangle, angle XYZ plus angle yzx is this angle, plus angle zxy is the top angle here, is equal to 180 degrees. So that's by angle sum property. We know xyz is given as 54 degrees in the question. You can see here it is given as 54 degrees. Yzx we are supposed to find, so we keep it as it is. Zxy is equal to 62 degrees. So what we get over here is Zxy, that is the top angle, is equal to 62 degrees, and the whole thing equals to 180. Now what we do is we add these to 54 and 62 we add. Once we add 54 and 62, what we get is yzx is equal to 180 minus 116, because this two added together becomes 116, and then it goes to the right hand side and it becomes minus 116. So what we get over here is 64 degrees. Now what we are supposed to do is we will find the value of OYZ. That's going to be half of 54, because OY is the angular bisector. So that's going to be 27 degrees. And then what we do is we find the value of OZY. That's going to be half of XYZ. So XYZ, we just found it out to be, I'm sorry, XZY. So we just found it out to be 64 degrees. So that's going to be half of 64, that is equal to 32 degrees. So the question had asked OZY. So we have just found out OZY to be 32 degrees. Now what we need to find is we need to find the value of YOZ, that is this top angle over here. So for that we take this small triangle and we use angle sum property here. So what I do is OYZ plus ZYO plus ZOY is equal to 180 degrees. Now we know few things here. We know the value of OYZ, that is 27 degrees, and OZY, that is equal to 32 degrees. So once we add these two and that is being added to ZOY, everything equals to 180 degrees. It's all because of angle sum property of a triangle. So 27 added with 32 gives me 59. I take this 59 to the other side and we get YOZ is equal to 180 minus 59, that gives us 121 degrees. So we just found YOZ and we had already found OZY over here, which was equal to 32 degrees. Let's get into the next question. That is, in figure AB is parallel to DE. That means this line over here is parallel to this. Angle BAC is given as 35 degrees. That means this angle here is given as 35 degrees. Angle CDE is given as 53 degrees here. CDE is given as 53. What we need to find is we need to find the value of DCE. That means this angle over here. Now what we do is, BAE will be equal to AED. The reason is AB is parallel to DE and these two act like interior alternate angles. And what we get is AED is equal to 35 degrees. So once we get the value of AED to be 35 degrees, you know, uh, we can just take this triangle, that is CDE, and we have this as 35 degrees, this as 53 degrees, and we can find the value of this by angle sum property. So we take this triangle DCE, you can see I've taken it here. So what I do is, I add all the triangles, that is CDE plus DEC plus DCE is equal to 180 degrees. So CDE, I know it as 53 degrees. It's been given in the question. DEC, I just found it out to be 35 degrees. And DCE, we have to find out. So I keep it as it is. So that is equal to 180 degrees. Now 53 and 35 added together gives me 88. I take this 88 to the other side, and what we get is DCE is equal to 180 minus 88, that gives me 92 degrees, and that's what the question wanted. So let's get into the next question, that is, in figure, if lines PQ and RS intersect at point T, so PQ and RS are intersecting at T such that PRT is equal to 40 degrees. So PRT is given as 40 degrees. RPT, that is this angle, is given as 95 degrees, and TSQ, that means this angle over here, is given as 75 degrees. Find angle SQT, that means we need to find this angle. So for this question, what we are going to do is we will be finding this angle first, that is PTR. Once we get the value of this PTR, this is going to be equal to this because of vertically opposite angles. Once this is equal to this, what we can do is you can take this triangle and we can find this angle, and that would be our answer. So let's have a look at it. What I do is PTR is equal to STQ, vertically opposite angle. I just wrote that, and after that I take this triangle PRT, in which everything added together, that is PRT plus RTP. PRT is going to be this angle plus RTP is this angle here, which is not known, plus TPR, which is this angle, that is 95 degrees. All of them added together becomes 180 degrees. I just substitute the value of PRT as 40 and TPR as 95, and RTP, since we need to find it out, I just keep it as it is. Everything adds up to 180 degrees. Now 40 degrees and 95 degrees added together gives me 135. I take this 135 to the other side, and we get RTP is equal to 180 minus 135. That gives me 45 degrees. Now we have got RTP is 45 degrees. So STQ will also be equal to 45 degrees, since both of them are vertically opposite angles. Now we take this triangle, that is STQ. Once we take this STQ, what happens is I just use angle sum property. So angle STQ, that's going to be this angle, plus angle TQS, that's going to be this angle, plus angle QST, that's going to be this angle. All these added together gives me 180 degrees. Now STQ we just found out over here is 45 degrees. So I just substitute it as 45. After that, uh, SQT I write it as it is, and QST the question has given us as 75 degrees. You can see it over here, it is given as 75 degrees. So we just add all of them, and that equals to 180. Now 75 added with 45 gives me 120. So I just take 120 to the other side, and I get SQT is equal to 180 minus 120, that gives me 60 degrees. I hope it is clear. Let's get into the next question. So in the next question we have PQ is perpendicular to PS. If PQ is parallel to SR, angle SQR is equal to 28 degrees, and angle QRT is equal to 65 degrees. So QRT is given as 65, SQR is given as 28 degrees. We need to find the value of X and Y. So what we will do here is, QRT will be equal to RQP. The reason being, these two are uh, interior adjacent angles. So when these two are interior alternate angles. So when these two are interior alternate angles, what happens is I get the value of PQR. So you can see here QRT is equal to RQP, that is nothing but PQR, that is equal to 65 degrees. That's because of interior alternate angles. Again, what we do is, this entire angle, that is PQR, can be written as PQS plus SQR. We have just broken this angle into two parts. So, but what we have here is PQS is equal to X and SQR is equal to 28. So what we can do is, for finding X, we can actually subtract this angle, that is SQR, from PQR. So PQR we just found out to be 65 degrees. So 65 minus SQR is going to give me the value of X. So that's what we have done it here. RQP is this entire angle minus of SQR, that is this angle over here. That's going to give us 65 minus 28, that's equal to 37 degrees. So we have got the value of X. Now in the question it is being given PQ is perpendicular to PS. That means what? Angle QPS is equal to 90 degrees, and this X we already know it as 37 degrees. By angle sum property we can easily find the value of Y, as I've written here, X plus Y plus SPQ is equal to 180 degrees. So X we know it as 37 degrees from here. Y we need to find it out, and SPQ is equal to 90 degrees. I just told you why that is. So that equals to 180 degrees. So if I add 37 to 90, I get 127. I take 127 to the other side, we get Y is equal to 180 minus 127, that gives us 53 degrees. So we have got the value of X, that is 37 degree over here, and Y, that is 53 degree over here. So let's get into the next question, that is, it's a very important question. In figure, the side QR of triangle PQR is produced to a point S. So this QR has been produced to S. If the bisectors of angle PQR, bisectors of angle PQR is going to be this, PQR is here, so is QT, and PRS, so PRS is RT. So it's given that both of them meet at point T, that is this point. Then prove that angle QTR is equal to half angle QPR. So what we will do is, we will be using the exterior angle properties here. So QTR plus TQR gives us TRS. QTR plus TQR gives us TRS. That is, this exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. Out of this, what I do is, I take this TQR to the other side, and what we get is QTR is equal to TRS minus TQR. So that's going to be our equation 1. So we just keep it as equation 1. Now we get into the next triangle, that is our PQR triangle. So in PQR we can use the same thing, that is, QPR plus PQR gives us PRS. Now what we can do is, PQR can be written as 2 angle TQR. So I'll just write, you can see here QPR is written as QPR, and PQR, that is this angle PQR, is written as 2 angle TQR. So as I just told, PQR is written as 2 angle TQR. Since it is the angular bisector, so twice of this angle is going to be equal to the bigger angle. So is equal to PRS. I have PRS, I have written it as 2 angle TRS. So what we do next is I take this to the other side. That means TQR goes to the right hand side, and what we get is QPR is equal to 2 angle TRS minus TQR. Now you can see in both these 2 is common, so I just take 2 out, and what we get is QPR is equal to 2 angle TRS minus TQR. Now TRS minus TQR is what? From equation 1 it is QTR. So can we write QPR is equal to 2 angle QTR? Now this 2 goes to the other side, and what we get is QTR is equal to half angle QPR, and that's what our question had asked. So we have just proved it. Hope you guys liked the video. If you have liked it, please subscribe to the channel and do share it with your friends. Dhanyavad.